Hello, Yankees universe. Welcome back to your go-to channel, New York Yankees News Network. Today, we have 3 jam-packed updates about our Bronx Bombers, which have just surfaced or come to our notice just a few hours ago. So, if you are a true Yankees fan, you do not want to miss these updates. And yes, before we start the video, we request you that if you are new to the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can stay in the loop. So let's dive into our first major update. Update 1. Yankees snatch former Red Sox flamethrower on a minor league deal. Hold on to your pinstripes, Yankees fans, because the offseason moves have begun. We have a fascinating development straight out of the transaction log. The New York Yankees have officially signed former Boston Red Sox right-handed pitcher Yovanny Cruz to a minor league deal for the 2026 season, according to his transaction log. This move was made official as of November 8th, but it took a couple of days to appear on his page. This 26-year-old right-hander is an intriguing pickup for the Yankees farm system. Cruz has spent 9 years in the minors but has never played past Double-A in his career. However, he was subsequently assigned to the Triple-A Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders upon signing with the Yankees. So, what are the Yankees getting in Cruz? He has a career record of 13 wins and 13 losses with a career 3.49 earned run average, 30 starts, 7 saves, and 288 strikeouts over 116 games. Cruz originally signed with the Chicago Cubs in 2016 as a 17-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. His journey was set back by a canceled 2020 season and a season-ending injury in 2021. He became a free agent in 2023, played in the Dominican Winter League, and then signed with the San Diego Padres. His most recent stop was the Boston Red Sox organization, where he spent the 2025 season with Double-A Portland. There, he appeared in 34 games, recorded 6 saves, and posted a record of 2 wins and 4 losses with a solid 3.03 earned run average. He also racked up 72 strikeouts in nearly 60 innings pitched. His strikeouts per 9 innings, or K9, was a career-high 10.92, and his hits per 9 innings, or H9, was 5.16. These are some stellar numbers that show he can miss bats. However, every player has an area to improve, and for Cruz in 2025, it was walking batters. He issued 44 free passes, which was a career worst, and had a concerning 6.67 walks per 9 innings, or BB9. Here is where the excitement for the Yankees comes in. Cruz has some solid potential with a fastball that can touch triple digits. He complements this heat with a slider that sits in the high 80s, a sweeping curveball, and a low 90s changeup. If he can keep the ball closer to the strike zone and cut down on those walks, he could be a very decent, low-risk addition to the Yankees farm system. At 26 years old, Cruz has yet to make his major league debut, retaining his rookie eligibility and minor league options. He can opt for free agency at the end of every season until he advances to the majors and signs a guaranteed contract, meaning the Yankees will need him to perform. This might not be a huge free agency splash for the Yankees, but it is a start to an offseason that could see some big names signing to the pinstripes in the future. It's a classic Brian Cashman move to find high upside pitching depth. So, Yankees Nation, what do you think of this signing? Update 2. Shocking trade prediction. Blue Jays force Yankees to trade for $330 million two-time MVP. Yankees fans, brace yourselves because the level of speculation has just been ratcheted up. The sting of the American League Division Series loss to the Toronto Blue Jays is still fresh, but a potential second blow this offseason could force the Yankees to make an enormous franchise-altering trade. The big name on the free agent market this year is outfielder Kyle Tucker. And here is the news that is sending shockwaves through the American League East. The Toronto Blue Jays are arguably the favorite to land him. If the Jays land their white whale in Tucker, the Yankees are predicted to be pushed into making an equally large counter move. According to Jake Ellman of Fansided, that massive move would be trading for the Philadelphia Phillies' two-time most valuable player, Bryce Harper. Ellman wrote that if Tucker signs with the Blue Jays, the next domino to fall should be the Yankees aggressively fighting fire with fire and trading for Harper. This potential trade is fueled partly by the idea that the perennial All-Stars relationship with Philadelphia appears to be souring to some degree. Now, let's look at what the Yankees would be getting. Harper finished this past season slashing .261 batting average, .357 on-base percentage, .487 slugging percentage, and in .844 on-base plus slugging. He hit 32 doubles, 27 home runs, and drove in 75 runs batted in 132 games played. And here's the best part for the Bronx Bombers. If Harper, a powerful left-handed hitter, were to join New York, those numbers are predicted to be pumped up as he could take full advantage of the famed short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium. Of course, a massive move like this is complicated. Harper has a no-trade clause in his contract. However, the thinking is that combining the facts that his relationship with Philadelphia might be fading, he would be going to a team that made the World Series in 2024, and, well, it is the New York Yankees. He might be willing to waive that clause. And what about the trade centerpiece? The Yankees are unlikely to bring veteran first baseman Paul Goldschmidt back for 2026. The proposal suggests that the Yankees would make rising star Ben Rice the centerpiece of a potential Harper trade. This works in Philadelphia's favor, as they would get a player who can replace Harper at first base or potentially be JT Realmuto's successor at catcher. This is a massive $330 million player we are talking about here. Hopefully the Yankees and Phillies get to talking, especially if Toronto does, in fact, land their top target in Kyle Tucker. This is the kind of aggressive move Yankees fans love to see. That is a huge trade rumor that could change the look of the American League. Update 3. Yankees hunting a pest in the lineup. Trade talk for Cardinals. Slugger surfaces. All right, Yankees fans, let's talk about a different type of acquisition. A player who might not bring the massive home run totals of an Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton, but who brings an element the Yankees lineup desperately needs. An unrelenting pest. The New York Yankees are one of the names mentioned to have interest in St. Louis Cardinals infielder Brendan Donovan. The Yankees already have the big boppers like Judge, Ben Rice, and Stanton, who, collectively, have over 100 home runs between them. What they are missing is a guy at the top or bottom of their lineup who can wear a pitcher out, spoiling every pitch thrown their way and driving up pitch counts. This is exactly why a trade for someone like Donovan is so intriguing. According to Mark Feinsand of MajorLeagueBaseball.com, the Yankees are among a few teams, including the Dodgers, Royals, and Guardians, interested in the Cardinals' second baseman, who has experience all over the field. Donovan is arbitration eligible for 2 more years and seems likely to be traded. So, what is the appeal? Donovan is a high on-base guy who owns a .361 on-base percentage in his career. With Trent Grisham likely headed to free agency, Donovan could potentially fill that vacated leadoff role. While Grisham and Donovan bring distinct skill sets, Grisham being a power threat with a prolific 14.1% walk rate, Donovan is the definition of a tough at-bat. Check out these numbers. Donovan has a 25% chase rate, a 13.4% whiff rate, and a low 13% strikeout rate. This is coupled with a .285 expected batting average. The man simply does not give away at-bats, which is exactly the grinded-out approach the Yankees offense needs more of. Now for the big potential roadblock, defense. The one issue is, where exactly does Donovan play if the Yankees trade for him? He is primarily a second baseman, but the Yankees have Jazz Chisholm Jr., who had an 8 outs above average at second base in 2025, ranking him among the sport's best defensive second basemen. Unless general manager Brian Cashman surprises everyone by trading Chisholm, they will not move him to make room for Donovan. Donovan has minimal experience at third base, but that position is currently taken by Ryan McMahon. Donovan also has some experience in left field, where he was a neutral defender in 2024 over 817 innings with a 0 outs above average. though he had a -2 outs above average in 152 innings last season. As the roster is currently constructed, Donovan is not a great defensive fit unless someone is moved. But if the Yankees lose Cody Bellinger and decide to sit out the Kyle Tucker sweepstakes, which we discussed in our last update, Donovan would be a good, high on-base percentage addition, most likely filling in at left field, despite it not being his strongest position. A lot can happen between now and when pitchers and catchers report. We'll be watching closely to see if Cashman can manipulate this roster to make a deal work. And that wraps up today's jam-packed New York Yankees news update. From signing former Red Sox pitcher Yovanny Cruz, who brings that triple-digit heat and high strikeout potential, to the blockbuster rumors of chasing two-time most valuable player Bryce Harper if the Blue Jays get Kyle Tucker, the Yankees' offseason is officially in full swing. We are also keeping our eyes on that St. Louis Cardinal pest Brendan Donovan, who could transform the Yankees' approach at the plate. Which of these updates gets you most excited, Yankees Nation? Do you want to see Brian Cashman fight fire with fire and go all in for Harper? Or is a grinder like Donovan the smart move? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to New York Yankees News Network so you don't miss a single breaking story, rumor, or analysis as the winter meetings continue to heat up. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Go Yankees!